this is Andrew Bard, the Urban Chicken Man, and welcome to another edition. Today I'm going to show you the proper way to test your soil and how to use the testing kit that we have there in the kitchen. So every good soil test starts with, obviously, a soil sample. And with shrubs, vegetables, and trees and whatnot, you want to get a soil sample that's at least 3 up to 4 inches below the surface. And what that... Well, hello, neighbor. How you doing? I'm not fucking recording anything or anything. No, don't stop it. So anyway, we're gonna get a soil, I'm not doing another take, man. This is the third one if you can't tell. So what we're gonna do is get underneath our mulch here, okay? And then we're gonna dig down with a nice clean spoon because you don't wanna use your hands. Your hands might have things on it that'll make the test not valid. So we're gonna dig ourselves down about 3-4 inches, get down to where the roots are at. And I think I may have actually found a problem already on this one. I think we got a big old air pocket. But anyway, so we're going to do the soil test. We'll worry about the air pocket later. Get ourselves plenty of soil. Geez, that is a big air pocket. Well, I guess we learned something together today. I know I'm down inside the root system. We're going to get ourselves plenty of soil from down below. Okay. Thinking this wasn't planted right. Fill our hole back in, especially since I think I got a big old air pocket. You haven't heard me 8 times say that. So put this back together a bit so Mama Bear's not mad at us for the mess we made. And let's go inside and I'll show you how to test it. Okay, so we're back in the kitchen now. We've got our soil sample, and I've actually done a little bit of prep already because primarily this is take 2 of this and I don't feel like putting it back in the cup. So what I use here is this Rapitest soil test kit, okay? I'm not under sponsorship. I use this because it's simple, it's easy, and it tests for all the 4 things plants care about. Yes, some people will say it only comes with 10 tests of each, but I'm an urban garden. This will last me 2 years, and then I buy another one for 20 bucks, another 2 years. So to me, this is a very, very good solution. If you want to buy it, there's a link to an Amazon listing in the description of the video here. And what's nice about this also is if you have any questions on how to use it, you can scan the QR code in the corner or join us on Facebook and ask me questions directly there if you'd like. Anyway, so the beginning of any test, okay, of any soil test, is the prep of the soil. If you're going to do a pH test, then all you need to do is get a small sample of soil to fill up the line for the soil, okay, which actually is just right down here. Fill up this very small amount. If you're going to do a potassium, potash, or nitrogen test, or all 3 in our case, you need an entire cup's worth of soil. Now I got 2 cups of soil because once I took out all the organic matter, the leaves, the twigs, the mulch that accidentally got in the hole, that kind of thing, I was left with a little over a cup. So my plan is I'm going to finish getting the last of the junk out, put it in this pan, let it dry, break it up, then pour a cup back into here to measure it back out, get rid of the excess soil, and then start my test. So as it sits right now, let's just let this dry out. We'll let it dry out overnight, and then we'll come back to it in the morning, and I'll show you how to do the other tests. Okay? So we're back in the kitchen for take 2 because I screwed up the last video and forgot to put the damn testing pill in. So I'm going to give you the actual instructions this time that are a little bit better than the ones I tried to give you last time that I messed up on. Anyway, we've got our dirt. It's been drying overnight. It's not perfectly dry, but it's good enough for our test today and good enough for me to show you how to do it. If you want to let it dry longer, it really needs to be like dry, but you don't want to stick it in the oven. It needs to be naturally dried. Again, lay it out in the kitchen, lay it out in the pan, let it dry for a couple days. Anyway, so I already, because again, take 2, I've already put the soil into the fill line, okay? I don't really know if that's perfectly lined up. My camera person is busy at the moment. So I got the soil down to here, and I already put the water in. What we need to do now is we need to take the green pill, okay? Green test, green pill, and we need to put it in the little side with the water. So you're supposed to be able to just open this up and dump it in there. It looks suspiciously like something I'm not allowed to own. Okay, so We've got our pill in there now. We've got our contents of the pill, not the pill itself. The pill doesn't dissolve in the solution. Okay, cap back on. Shake it up for about 15, 20 seconds. Let it really get in there. And then we're going to set the timer on the stove because I'm using my cell phone to make this video. We're not exactly a high budget operation. I'm going to set the timer on the phone here in a minute, and you get to watch me drink coffee for, I don't know, I'll speed it up, probably about 12 seconds. Anyway, so it's getting in there, it's getting worked in. Pick up our little powder before my police officer buddy shows up. Set our timer. There we go. Okay, so our 1 minute timer's up. We've got our solution here. We need to start comparing the colors in not direct sunlight, but just enough light to see through. And I'll be real honest. It looks like we're at a pH of about 6.5. Okay, so that is where my blueberry bushes are outside at about a 6.5. They need to be a lower number, a higher acidity than that to really take well. Blueberry bushes really start at about the 5.5, okay, in that range there. So I need to do something to increase the acidity of the soil for my blueberry bushes. Anyway, so that's how you do a pH test. Now I've got to figure out what to do for the blueberry bushes. I'm sure I'll make a video about that because I'm bored out of my mind. Anyway, we're going to go off to the next test. Cut this here, and then I'll show you how to do the nitrogen, potash, and phosphorus test after this one. So, okay, so now we are on step 3. Shit, I don't know. It's been 2 days. I've let the soil sit out for 2 days. I think this is step 3. It might be step 4. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. Just follow the video. This is the next step. So the next step, after we've taken our soil, we've mixed it with our one cup of soil with 5 cups of distilled water. I've let it sit, and what that's done is allowed the last of the organic material to come up. It's clarified the water a bit because all the dirt has gone down to the bottom, and now we can get a good sample. So we're going to test for nitrogen, phosphorus, and potash. Okay? So we've got our samples set up here. First thing you want to do is you want to get yourself a nice, clear sample of the liquid, and this pipette could be a little bit bigger. This is going to take 20 minutes. Good Lord. Yeah, a little bit bigger. Anyway, I should have filled these up before I started the damn video. We'll fast forward through this about now. Okay. Okay, so we're back. I decided just to cut the video. It was just simpler than making you watch me do this for 20 seconds or so. So now that we've got, these are out of order actually. So now that we've got them filled up to the water line, okay, the next step is to open up these little capsules that are color-coded. You would think I wouldn't have to tell people the purple pills go with the purple top and the blue pills with the blue top and the orange with the orange, but I do. So the blue has to go with the blue, and the purple with the purple, and the orange with the orange, and if you can't sort that out, you probably don't deserve to have a garden. So anyway, you definitely don't need to be taking care of chickens. So we're going to open these up and get our little test solution in there to tell us what we're working with. If you have trouble opening the capsules, okay, make sure you get all of it in there. If you have trouble opening them, don't just pull on them. Give them a little twist. That makes them much easier to get open. Now I'm going to give you a little tip here as far as the blue and the orange tests go. We're going to shake these up. And the blue and the orange are a little different. So when we shake these up, if you see, because we're going to have to let these sit for 10 minutes, okay, you want to check on them every few minutes. If you see in the blue and orange, little flakes appear. Now the blue will settle on the bottom, okay? The orange will settle on the top. Here's the difference. If you see the flakes settle at the bottom of the blue, you need to reshake it during that 10 minutes, okay? Just shake it up again, let it get mixed up again. If you see the orange settle to the top, you don't reshake it. You just take the sample as it is in 10 minutes, okay? So you need to make sure you remember that there's a big difference between those two. And you don't want to allow these things to settle more than 10 minutes. So you give them right at 10 minutes, and that's when you take your reading, okay? So we'll get these shaken up. Okay, so our 10 minutes is up, and I've taken my readings. Now, one thing I'm doing right here is I'm writing down my measurements for pH, nitrogen, phosphorus, and potash. So I can take them down to my local gardening center and get opinions from them, because I'm testing the soil right now around my blueberry bushes. And I can tell you, at least based on current, what I think is happening, I can tell that my soil is not very good. We're going to be digging those up here in the next few days and probably putting a whole bunch of soil around them. I got 10 of them, so it's going to be an all-day project. Anyway, so you can see what's here. All you do, once the 10 minutes are up, you take it and hold it up to the light. Now, you don't want direct sunlight in. That can change the color. You just want light, okay? So I'm looking here, and I'm somewhere between an N3 and an N2 on my nitrogen test. So anyway, again, remember not to shake the blue up if you see flakes in it. And make sure you do shake up the orange if you see flakes in it, and then take a sample or a reading from that. That's about it. So there's your basics of testing your soil. It's going to take you a few days to put it all together. So just make sure you have adequate equipment and a place to put it that isn't going to piss off your wife or girlfriend. So that's it. If you want to like, subscribe, that'd be great, because it make me feel like I'm not doing this for nothing. And you can scan the QR code in the bottom right corner. It'll take you to the Cape Girardeau Chicken Club, which I think I'm going to rename just the Missouri Chicken Club. I'm not sure yet. Where you can ask me questions directly. Anyway, y'all have a good day, and let me know if you need anything.